The mysterious future of the Dead Island 2 has been thrust into further intrigue following of a tweet from the ex-developer. Like the game, which has been in a bit of the implicit development hell for past few years, has switched hands throughout the several developers, from its original studio Techland to Jaeger and then to Sumo Digital. All that has been said about the project is that it remains in development, with the latest reassurance coming in July this year. Now, the following tweet by ex-Jaeger developer Jan-David Hassel has pretty much complicated things. So according to Hassel himself, the project may now be being handled by a Britain-based Deep Silver subsidiary Dam Busters. The studio has recently put up a number of job listings in its website, including facial animators, senior level designer, programmers, and a few more experienced positions. Each listing asks for experience with the Unreal Engine 4, while the choice of an engine proves not indefinitely, but CryEngine was used to create Dam Buster's previous game, Homefront: The Revolution, if you did not know. While the previous iterations of the Dead Island 2 have been built using the Unreal. The level design listing points to a Dam Buster working on an established AAA franchise, whereas the game programmer listing name drops the sandbox genre, stating that the mission to deliver immersive experience and emergent gameplay scenarios. While these statements could well apply to a theoretical of the Homefront 3, in fact, they are equally pertinent to the Dead Island 2, given what it's already known about the later title. If this news proves to be true, then Dead Island 2 will have gone through 4 different studios before its release. As of now, the rumors is unverified. That's insane. Like, at this point, I think it would be just better to simply abandon this title, Dead Island 2, and move on to something else. And I mean, we already have a better game by the name of Dying Light. And if you want to have a Dead Island game, sure, but give it to somebody that's, experienced, obviously, and so obviously they could have their time in developing this game. I'm not too sure who's going to be publishing this game due to that it's been in development hell, and I don't expect it to be a very successful release. And unless, of course, they make some kind of innovations that nobody would have been expecting it. But just simply releasing it as it was Dead Island 1 or Dead Island Riptide, just like that, it's not gonna do much for it anyway. And I think actually all of that time and effort would have been gone to waste, unfortunately. And like me personally, would I actually get this game and actually play it through? I think I might, but I have played Dead Island 1, I have played Dead Island Riptide, and both these games I have finished as well. And compared to Dying Light, I still think Dying Light does it better because of the parkour mostly. It's pretty much the exact same game, better with visuals. Well, obviously it's newer, but also includes the parkour. So innovation isn't really there, but it just does it better than Dead Island game does. That's just my opinion again. I don't know how we're gonna be going about it due to the fact that it's been going through the development hell, even though it's been stated and claimed that it is still in the development and everything is going just as planned. I don't believe so. Going through studios like that, passing it by 1 to 2nd to a 3rd, now to 4th developer. Well, that's rumored. Has not been verified just yet. But I don't think it's gonna be going for the good turns of events for it. I have enjoyed the Dead Island 1 and the Riptide, as I mentioned. But, making a continuation, or in fact, let me just tell you, it's another thing. If you can be completely abandoning those 4 characters that we had, I don't think it's a good choice to go with. It's pretty much going to be a new game, but with the similar aspects that we are already used to it. That was already introduced in Dead Island Riptide, and now again in A Dying Light. And now they're coming up with a sequel, Dying Light, whatever what was called. My apologies, I forgot the name. But basically, I don't see why would this be an immersive experience that we all love to play. Sure, I'm not gonna deny the fact that it is definitely going to be a fun game if it has anything to a similar aspects from the Dead Island or Dead Island Riptide. Sure, it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's crafting weapons, finding weapons, new stuff, going through the story, exploring, and finding out new zombies and stuff, because there were diversity into that as well, just like a Dying Light again. But I just don't see how this is going to be a good turn of events. I think that all these 4 developers that have dropped it as well, and they should concentrate on their new IP or the game that they've already been creating it for a while now, and just let them concentrate on this and stop passing around Dead Island 2 and completely just abandon it. Because I could already have a better game, Dying Light. That's my personal opinion. Anyway, well, tell me down in the comments, what do you think about this? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Tell me why as well in the comments. I'd love to hear it. And anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell and notification at the side. And I'm going to see you guys later.